a podcast where we like to highlight all things positive on and off table. And tonight I have a special guest returning and a new guest on screen, Paul Cruz of New York, King of New York, and his future opponent coming this weekend. We got Josh Eleton coming all the way from Georgia. Welcome to being on the show for the very first time, Josh, and welcome
Thank
back,
you.
Paul.
Thank you.
So these gentlemen have never met in person. They are facing off this upcoming weekend at the Send It event in North Carolina, Winston-Salem. It's an amazing venue called Roar. Um, Now, we'll get into their match in a little bit, but we want to get to know these guys a little bit. I know some of our viewers who are at home know who Paul is, but we're going to go ahead and kickstart it with Josh because we don't know who Josh is. Josh is a part of Team Send It, and he's been tearing it up down in the southeast. I personally don't know too much about him other than he's been in the sport for a good amount of time. So, Josh, give us a little background of yourself in the sport and how long you've been pulling, and just a little bit about you.
Um, well, I'll be full this week, and I've been pulling for 8. I guess I've trained with Ron pretty much the whole time, except for one year when my very first year I had to move to Texas to work, and then after that came back and started training with Ron again. Um, so I pulled a few tournaments out there in Texas while I was there in my first year, and then once I got back here and linked back up with him, I just stayed with him and pretty much pulled, like I was telling you earlier, like tournaments that I could make because of my kids' schedules, growing up with football, baseball, wrestling, dance, cheerleading, that kind of stuff. So we just kind of pick and choose pretty much the Southeast tournaments all around East. And then every once in a while we would venture out. Like during wall days, I went and pulled those things out in Vegas and Chicago. Um, let's see what else. I won 2 nationals like 4 years in. Uh, and then I didn't pull another nationals till like recently. Won those. Um, pretty much pulled 220 pound weight class my whole time. Uh, till I turned 40, started gaining some weight. After I turned 40, I gained about 10 pounds or so, 15 pounds. And I had to start watching what I eat and everything. So now I stay around 230 pounds. I wake up like I weighed a while ago, 228 pounds. Uh, it's so
Okay.
hot here. Like you
So,
just sweat it off right now.
what's some of the biggest wins that you had in the last year?
The last year, uh, well, I guess the one that got everybody really noticing who I was the arson match out there in Vegas. Uh, you know, down here in the South, me and in our weight class, Paul, me and Paul Passmore and Jerome Loud, um, we go at it all the time. Like we've pulled each other over the years so many times, and it's always like one one day this guy will win, the next day this guy. So we're all battling down here all the time, and I think that's made us pretty good. Built each other up. Uh,
That's real
so
nice to have people on the same level that you can battle with like that. I got to
yeah,
travel for practices like that. Like it sucks.
they well, it's good on one hand, but for me, like when you always got to compete against your buddies, like at the tournaments that we show up at in Georgia, uh, it's 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 fun, but it's also,
It
it's kind
sucks.
of a double-edged sword there, but we
Yeah.
build each other
Like,
up. We don't nobody gets really pissed off that one
It
day
still
this guy's
it
better.
sucks, but yeah.
Yeah.
it definitely creates a whole different dynamic to having that challenging environment, and camaraderie as well. Because yeah, you're gonna lift each other up, but then also like for me, when I get to the table, my friend who's across from me is not my friend anymore. He's somebody's on the chopping block next type of deal. So how to differentiate those two mindsets? Because if it's always
Yeah,
all the time, like, it can become a little hairy at times. I bet.
yeah, yeah. I'm a little more soft hearted than that, I guess. I feel bad. Like I feel good that I'm competing with them and everything, but and I don't want to lose to them. But at the same time, uh, you know, it's
It's tough.
just they're your buddies.
Yep.
Yeah. Paul. Before we get to your history in the sport, before we went live, we were asking questions about after pulling, and having that ego with after pulling and knowing when to call it quits or and say, like, I'm good. I don't want to risk injury. It's the same kind of mentality because some of these people are your buddies, but they're looking to prove something to try to beat you and make a name for themselves. Like, hey, I just pulled a big ass tournament, or hey, like for instance, you two gentlemen poll after poll August 15th. People are trying to, beat you guys in the after poll. Like, hey, I just pulled against this giant King of New York. I just pulled against this Georgian, powerhouse over here. What are you expecting to have it available to you at the table? So that's it's an interesting mentality that we encounter at the table in this sport. With that said, Paul,
After pulling, I is dangerous because I find that that's a lot of the times you actually get more beat up after pulling because you can pull the whole tournament. You got people that are there spectating that are strong, and they come in. It happened to me at one of the events I did. Somebody came in after he's like, "Oh, let me, it might have been like a World Series arm wrestling or whatever. It could have been in Atlantic City like a year or two ago," and he just starts fucking hitting hard. I'm like, what do you do? Like, I just let go. I walked away. I'm like, I beat you last time I pulled you. Like, you're just coming in totally fresh. I just pulled a tournament, went undefeated, and lost. Maybe I think I lost one match left handed. And he comes in, he's fighting with me right, fighting me. I'm like, just smash, top roll, top roll. I'm like, bro, I just pulled. Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I just walked away from the table. I'm like, those people can end up hurting somebody
Mm-hmm.
on
yeah,
an trip, and it's not. Sometimes it's not worth it. Be like, all right, well, I'll have to pull, but slow, no goes, no hits. Like, let's just pull and see what each other got. Like, otherwise, these people come in there like ready to tear your arm off, and your arm's half fallen off already.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree 100%.
And that's where injuries happen, right? Whether they're looking to prove something, that then all of a sudden you want to protect yourself, and you're going to protect yourself a little more intensely, and they hurt themselves, in that instance.
Yeah, they wanted to
Yeah,
prove something, jump in a tournament. Like, it doesn't
Thank
work.
you.
yeah, yeah. I
That's the
think it
message
should
to
be.
everybody.
Yeah, just get on there if you want to learn. Like if you want to ask Paul to after pool, and you want to learn something, learn something. Don't just
Yeah, it's not
try to get
an
a
ego
win
boost.
on him.
Yeah, but a
Yeah,
lot of people use it as an ego boost. It's like if that makes you feel good, I'm sorry, that's sad.
yeah, true. I
You know,
agree.
Ain't that the truth? So, Paul, how long have you been in the sport for now?
I want to say about 8 years.
Okay.
8 years. I started working at the railroad about 9 years ago. I met Rich Longo. He shook my hand. He's like, turns my hand over, looks at my wrist. He's like, "Oh, we got to talk." Literally just off. We went to orientation together. We met each other that day. And he's like, "Oh, I do professional arm wrestling." I'm like, "All right, let's go to the cafeteria right now." Like not a big deal. And then I got humbled real fast on how much more there really is to it. Besides just, I've been brutally strong my whole life. And then I
Mm.
went to a couple practices. I did like a couple local tournaments, and then I was like, "Now this ain't for me. I'm in my 40s. I'm like, I can't even wipe my ass right now." I'm like, "No, forget this. I got to focus on getting qualified at work and do all this." And then
Yeah.
my friend Eric, whose house that hosts the practices, he calls me. He's like, "Oh, there's a tournament 20 minutes from your house." I'm like, "You have to go." I'm like, "Bro, I haven't touched a gym. I've been studying work. I'm putting on weight, whatever." Um, yeah, so when I started my job then, I went from 280 to 330 in like 6 months, like just stress. And then I cut back down. And within the next year, I got back down to walk around weight at like between 250 and 260. And then the past 3 years, I've been able to maintain my weight under 250. But I went to that tournament.
I didn't realize you was that big.
Oh, if I showed you a picture, you'd be like, "That's you." You know,
He was a big boy,
yeah.
definitely a big boy when I first came in.
Oh, so were you. So were you.
No, so, yeah, no,
You're
you're
a lot
not wrong.
smaller
I was a
too.
super heavyweight too when I first came in.
Yeah.
Really?
So I
Yeah,
I went to that tournament. I beat everybody, right hand, left hand. After pull with a bunch of guys, and I met my friend Steve Black, and he was like, "You can't quit arm wrestling. Like you're built for it. You know,
Yeah.
I could just teach you whatever I can, and then you just move on from there, and then upward, onward and upward." So I was like, all right, I'll start practicing again. So I would do like a practice once a month or whatever. Started doing that, and then I started having practice at my house. Dan has practices. There's practices all over. But with my work schedule, like a lot of people do it on Wednesdays and Sundays, and I worked Wednesday nights and Sunday days. So it was hard in the beginning.
Mm.
I always had like the relief schedule, so I worked when other people were off. So their off days. So if the 4 to 12 guys were off on Tuesday and Wednesday, I worked that shift, and then the regular guys were off Sundays. Everyone's off Sundays. I had to work that shift, but I finally have a normal schedule. I got weekends off, which is huge.
Okay, you worked your way up there.
10 going on my 9 years, so I'm going on my 10th year there, and I finally have normal hours for the past maybe about a year. I'm still
What do
overnight.
you,
I work for the
what do you
railroad.
do? Like,
I'm a
what do you do on
signals,
there?
signal switches, track circuit, speed control, testing, federal testing. Basically, govern the trains without being on them, making sure they can't
Okay.
crash into each other. They can't throw switches under them. Make sure the gates come down when the train hits coming up on it.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So
Cool.
it was.
it's a very important job for safety.
Yeah. I have to say, getting qualified was definitely the hardest thing I ever did in my life, and I did it in my 40s. So
Yeah.
I'm 48. I'm gonna be 49 in October. So
Okay.
I'm not a spring chicken.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're pretty close.
Yeah. So you might have about 10 years experience on me though, but
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. But at
that's
this point, it's okay.
yeah. I saw pictures of you when you first started. I'm like, oh, he looks like a baby.
Yeah. I had a little bit of hair too. You know.
Mine's getting thin right now, but it's
Yeah.
I did so I did that. I started doing tournaments, local tournaments, traveling, doing states. I think I won like 4 nationals, a couple
There you go.
nationals righty, a couple nationals lefty.
Yeah.
I got New York State like 5 times. Did Keystone a few times, won that, both arms. Then I hurt my left acted up. I messed up my riser, and then it started feeling good. And then I pulled this year. I went 2 years. The past 2 years, I went undefeated right hand at the Arnold's. I won that 2 years in a row.
Right. I know that.
And,
Yeah. I knew that about
last year at the Arnold's, I pulled Bryce Meadows, and he's like, "Oh, you want to go on the strap left-handed?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, yeah, whatever." And he went super early, got away with it, but he flop pressed me like, and I went out, and I felt electricity, like the nerve in my arm. So I used that.
Yeah.
I pulled for the first time in May at Jason Vale. It felt okay, but it hurt for a while. So I might throw it on the table during the tournament just to see how it plays out. And then Jeremy's asking me how, oh, you're gonna pull a tournament? I'm like, oh, I'm pulling Josh Eleton. I'm like, you think I know how I'm gonna feel after this match? I'm like, I might not want to do anything
Right.
after this match.
Allison asked me the same thing. It's like, we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
And you never know who you're
I
pulling
don't
up
know.
against and the energy you're going to exert. So whenever I've stopped asking that like recently only because people always say, I don't know how I have every intention of pulling in the tournament, but after that match, I may not have an arm to do so.
Well, just like
Yeah, we're in our upper 40s.
you did the kickoff, right?
Our cardio is
Yeah.
probably not
I
good.
pulled Jason Vale. I pulled the heavyweight and super heavyweight, righty and lefty. So I pulled 4 classes, 2 classes each arm. The following weekend, I pulled Saray Brown at the kickoff, and he's like, "Oh, you're not going to pull a tournament?" I'm like, "I'm pulling next week in Canada. I've never pulled 2 weeks in a row. I pulled 3 weeks in a row, and then that match, the kid took my hand like the first round. I was good. He clamped. I had everything. As soon as I locked my wrist, my forearm went. I'm like, I can't pull 3 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
No.
It was
Yeah.
like
Yeah, you got to
a
rest a
total
little
war
bit.
where I feel like it would have been a much fairer match. It was lost 3-2, but I just it really paid a toll on me. I was feeling that for weeks, months actually. So
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
feeling good. I'm
So
feeling good now.
y'all have a Jason Vale tournament up there?
Yeah, we do a Jason Vale Memorial Tournament. His brother puts up some money. It's a paid event. He pays out first, second, and third. Not much, but it's helpful. It helps me with my travel when I win too.
Yeah. Yeah. I pulled him in once. I got to meet him.
Every match in that tournament, every match is straight into the strap.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, because he
That's
was known
cool.
for beating
Yeah.
people who couldn't be beaten once that strap was on.
Man, look, this was like 2014 or 15 out in Vegas. He was my second match. My first match, so I cut down to 195 for that one. And
Oh,
my first
That's like
match was
elementary
Chad
school.
Silvers. Huh?
I said that's elementary school, mate.
Oh, it is. Yeah, but man, when you get down there and then you got 2 days to gain a little bit of weight back, your hand, my hand size, it made a big difference in that weight class. So my first match was Chad Silvers there, and I pinned him. And then my second match was Jason. And I took him right to the pad and he slipped out. And that's when they started, like, even in a losing position, there's a restart or whatever. You go to
Yeah,
the strap. And I was like, no big deal. He didn't really feel that strong.
everything's
Man, I couldn't budge him. It was like, and he didn't even have an expression on his face. He was just blank face, just like this, and just turned
stonewalled
me.
you, huh?
It was crazy, but he
yeah.
was a nice guy. He was a really nice guy.
That's it. That's pretty much the legacy he's left behind up here. That and strap pulling is definitely a way of arm wrestling up here. And I just recently had a long discussion, with the likes of Scott Wynn and Jody Williams regarding,
Hmm.
people purposely slipping to get to the strap because they prefer being in the strap than out of the strap.
Yeah.
What's your takes on that? Actually, I'm curious to see. There's two different, gentlemen here on screen have their different upbringings in the sport of arm wrestling. Paul, what's your take on that? Should people, be a little bit more strict or held their feet held to the fire more to not slip, or
It,
what's your
the thing is, like with Mac rules, I don't know if you know, Josh. Once you go into the strap, you're in the strap.
Okay.
So uh, I like to pull personally. I'd rather pull hand to hand and see what we got. But what happens is, in my opinion, if say I got Josh in a bad spot and he feels like if he gets out, he'd be better with the strap, he's going to slip and go to the strap. But I kind of feel like you got to earn the strap. If you want to get out of the hand, you got to earn it. So,
Mm.
but it also proves the point of like that mentality, like you hold on, and if you hold on, and a guy takes your hand, then your forearm blows up, and you're dumbass, and you need the strap because you can't hold on anymore. So it's
Hmm.
kind of a double-edged sword. But then you got people like that was like Jason. That once you're in that strap, you're a different unit.
yeah?
I practice strap and no strap, but sometimes you go to a match and you feel great, and then you hold on that extra second. You're like, I should have went to the strap, and then your damage is already done.
Yeah.
So strap. I find that strap takes less energy
Well, because you're using more bigger muscle groups
because
than anything else.
your forearm can withstand more in the strap
Yeah,
than
because it's braced all together.
it can when your hand's clamped.
Yeah.
So if your hand's clamped and you're holding and you're stopping someone from getting out or whatever, your forearms, your hand, that connection is all built in. When you in the strap, you're using the back of your hand and your wrist to pull that to tighten it up. So your hand's almost it's like 30% as opposed to so it takes away from someone like Josh. I was told he has a great hand. It takes away from that. So
Yep.
Hmm.
What's your thoughts on it, Josh?
Well, I don't really like. I don't like when people use it as a tool to beat somebody that they can't beat out of it. That's that's the way I feel about it. Because
No.
I like to just. I feel like if in an arm wrestling match, if you want to say you can beat this guy,
beat him.
you ought to be able to beat him, without a
Both.
tool.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right.
Both ways.
But I had to learn how to do it, and just like you you got to learn how to use it because that's the way this sport is. You're going to go to the strap sometimes. Got to be able to use it because I've sure got my butt in it a lot of times because I didn't know what I'm doing. Because I just brute force. Uh, so I've had
Amen.
to like really, yeah, I've had to really step up and start learning how to actually arm wrestle, uh, technical, especially in the strap, and I can't take credit for that. Like, uh, I'm so close to a lot of wrestlers like the Bishops. They're so smart. And they helped
Yeah.
me a ton with that, and of course Ron and my buddy Tim McPherson. I don't know if you know Tim, Paul. Um, he's
I'm
super
better with
smart.
faces.
Okay, yeah, me too. But yeah. So I got a ton of guys down here to help me because I'll even forget what they teach me. I'm just more of a feel guy, and just try to do my best.
Do you
Great.
find that if you're trying to learn something new, that you fall back into your old habits? Like even though you're supposed to be trying to go a different way. Because I've been trying different things. Like I find if you find like a little weakness, all right, I got to try and pull through here or pull through there, and
Mhm.
automatically I feel like I know I can go this way or that way and I'll be good. But that's not what I'm trying to train myself. I fall right
Mhm.
back into habit a lot. So I was wondering if that you're pulling for 18 years, how if that happens to you as well.
Oh yeah, it does. But like a lot of times when I'm like trying to train, say like in the strap, I'm trying to train this certain thing in the strap. Uh, it won't really click. I won't really get it till uh I'll have to do it a bunch of times for like the light bulb to go off in my head, and I'm like, oh, that's it. And
Once you
then
have the connection,
yes, yeah.
Yeah,
So
reinforce the mind body connection. That's crucial. Some people they can see it once to be able to replicate it, but
mhm,
I need to be able to do it. Get hands on it and experience it a bunch of times, and like, oh, okay, this is how you operate with that specific technique.
like I
yeah.
went down to the practice at Kenny's and go over a bunch of things with like I've been to Dave Morocco and stuff like that,
Mhm.
and they teach me something. I'm like, I'm sorry if I'm not being resistant. I'm trying to learn. It's like I got to process it. I got to get it. I got to get it. I need to keep doing it over and over for it to
Yeah,
click. And
yeah, yeah. We're probably the same when it
yeah,
comes to that. There's some people that are just like they can just look at an arm wrestling match and tell you just dissect it.
Hmm.
And then there's just
that's my friend Eric.
guys like me. I'm just like, I think this guy's gonna win. Just think, I don't know.
The guy whose house I train at, Eric, he's very much like I call him the mad scientist because I'm like he'll look at a match and I'm like he sees these equations in his head and he knows which way to go with everything. Same thing with Shiu Lin. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a very good watching things and if
Breaks
you
it down.
work with it, they're both very smart like that. I wish I
Yeah,
had the table the table knowledge they have when they're there because they got to. If I see them on a side, I can look at it and be like, oh, I would do this. But then when you're on top of the table, you do something totally different. You know it's wrong. You still do it anyway because you can't see it from when it's in front of you.
hmm but a lot of times, like guys like that wish that they had what you have. Just that naturally strong ability. They're like, man, if I could be have your uh
Downstairs.
if I could have your abilities, I'd be like a world champion. Yeah. But we're like, yeah, but if I knew what you knew, I'd be a world champion too. So it
You know how
kind
many
of goes
times
both
Dave
ways.
Morocco says, if I could just jump into your head for a minute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Real quick, gentlemen, I just want to shout out some people who are tuned in. We got Jody Williams in the chat. What's up, man? Candy Passmore. What's up, Candy? We got David Redmond. We got Josh's other half, Allison, in the chat. What is up? And we got Jason Slayton saying, "What's up? Don't sleep on Josh. He's a beast." um,
No brown
Thank
nose.
you all for tuning in. If anybody who's watching has any question for these gentlemen or for myself for that matter about this upcoming event, please feel free to ask it in the chat. We'll be happy to answer them. So, all right, we're gonna get to your match in a moment, but before we do so, is there any other the other matches on the card that you're like, man, I am super excited to see that. I can't wait to see the outcome because I really don't know. Paul, start with you.
Nope.
No?
I've not been paying attention to any of it. I've been
Okay.
I've been focusing on my kids and my family. Honestly, my son just turned 21 on Monday, so we celebrating him. I was camping. It's just been such a crazy. Trying not to gain weight, which is the
You
hard
got it.
summer. I like drinking and barbecuing. But I know the card, but there's nothing that I was like stoked, like whatever. I know the top, us three up top are all going to be great matches. As far as the other matches, I'm always excited to watch arm wrestlers. I don't have favors in any of the matches, but I haven't really, honestly, I'm not going to be lying if I said I'm focusing on the whole card. I'm not. I'm just running around, living life.
Okay. Yeah, busy man. I got you. Well, while I'm bringing up the match card, I'm going to bring it up right next to us on the screen in a moment. Um, Josh, you happen to have anybody that's on your mind? Any of the matches that you got that you're just super excited about?
Oh well, I'm real excited for Paul Passmore's match. You know, he's going up against Joe Meek. I met him out in Arizona. It's a pretty big guy. He's
Yeah.
tall and he's a nice guy too. So, but it's a big opportunity for Paul. So I'm
Absolutely.
really hoping he pulls it out.
So, what's the record between you and Paul?
I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. I don't keep up with it, but it's pretty even. It's pretty
Yeah.
even. It's like,
Okay.
golly, man, how long has it been? Uh, as long as he's been arm wrestling, we've been going at it.
Really? Okay.
You
She's
know,
watching a podcast sitting right next to you.
besides,
She's watching a
yeah,
podcast right next to you.
yes, that's Allison. But besides his the few years he was like really heavy, the super heavy years. Yeah, I couldn't touch him.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Hardly
Okay.
anybody could.
Yeah, I know. Paul, you've had a run-in with Passmore, right?
We just pulled in March at Winter Blast. I got the first round. He came back on from the B side and knocked me out. And he made an adjustment that helped him.
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, he's such a
Definitely.
daggone competitor, man.
Definitely
He
interesting, man, to hear that you were able to catch him, off guard. I wonder if that's going to be because of what, you said, Josh, about, your experience with Paul. I wonder if
Mhm.
that's going to be tail of the tape for the experience that we're going to be seeing this upcoming weekend. Finally got the
Well,
match card.
yeah, we're gonna see how these tape. Have you ever pulled on a Mac table?
Twice, 3 times.
Okay.
It's very similar. It's just you got more surface. That's pretty much it. The pad's bigger. It's not raised. It's concave, but the pin pad is like so. The pin pad's up. It's not as high because the pad's set down. It's the
Uh,
same configuration. The pin pad, the peg is I think a little bit thicker. Not much, but it's. I like that you don't when you pop off on accident, you touch the line,
mhm.
they correct you back, but if you don't correct back, then it's a foul. You know what I'm saying? So
Oh,
it's not like,
yeah,
and it stops a lot of micro fouls. That's
yeah,
what I like about it because you have to pop over the table, so you could little micro fouls, little pops, which is I think is the stupidest thing. You do a slight adjustment, you have to lift
all
your
right,
elbow. It's just a matter of them seeing it or not. This
yeah, yeah,
allows that, so we can actually arm wrestle.
yeah. I've noticed like whenever I'm pulling somebody close to my strength, like it's inevitable we're going to like our elbows are going to come up because there's just so much force,
Yeah,
going
power.
against each other, you know. So that sounds pretty good. I mean, arm wrestling is on a table is like got to be it's got to be pretty similar. It can't be that much of a
No, it's not.
difference.
It's not much different, but that to me is the best part of the whole thing. And you
Cool.
got and the pad pretty much goes to the back of the table.
Yeah. That you have a lot bigger of a pad, a little more space to play.
It's more like a
Okay.
wall pad, but there's no switching pad, so it's the pad's more center. So if righty and lefty, it's the same spot.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you
There's a
can just
crosshair in the
set up
center,
wherever you want to set up.
but your hands have to be on a crosshair, like center
Okay.
of the table. Like on the center
Yep.
of the table is a crosshair. Your hand. That's
Yeah,
how they make
I
it.
got you. You got to be okay. Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's very similar. I actually liked it just because you got more room, and that micro foul changes everything.
Is the top like padded real good, or is it pretty solid, or
No, it's still
like where
padded.
your elbows go?
It's padded. It's just the same. It's the same pad,
Okay.
but it's just integrated into the table.
Nice.
And it's just got like a red ribbon stitch, like a little strip stitch to the table, and that's your edge of your pad.
That's your boundary. You can be right up against it. If you go across it, that's a foul. But if you go up against it, you're okay. They'll let you know you're against it too, though, which is good. And it's a 3 foul system. And because of the recess, I know Paul mentioned, I do like the fact that they won't stop a match if you just have the slightest little elbow, raise. It won't stop.
Yeah.
So it'll be allowed to continue throughout the matches. And it won't slow down the actual event. It won't slow down for a million resets for fouls type of deal, unless it's that like obvious. If you can, see a lot of daylight type of deal, then of course they're gonna be within
Yeah.
reason to stop it. But if it's just a little bit of a raise of the elbow, you're used to floating it type of deal. It's gonna be. I think they call that the Alabama hop, right?
Uh,
They hop
I
over. Now you ever heard of
yeah.
that?
No,
No.
nope.
The
The only thing
I get.
you do catch on that table is you get. Oh, I don't know where he went, but
Oh. Did we
no,
lose you, Josh?
it's still there. Might have got disconnected.
Let's see.
Sorry, man.
And there he is. He had a phone call,
Sorry,
probably.
man. Yeah. Yep. I pressed end. I don't know. I don't know why it kicked me
Didn't
off.
they know you're on a podcast? You're busy.
No, I didn't tell
um,
him.
You know how some people kind of lift their elbow up to hop down to get on top of it? That's enough every time that gets caught because that
Yeah.
comes right through the clear spot. So a lot of times people, I don't know how they don't see it on a regular pad, but when people like hop their elbow up to advance themselves higher, that gets caught with that. As far as like the little hops for adjustments or tweaking, or if you're here and you get adjusted, the little micro fouls, you can keep pulling.
So
Yeah.
it sounds like you like
So
it
you get
pretty
more.
good.
Huh?
It sounds like you like it pretty good.
Yeah, all 3 times I was on it, I've only won once out of the 3 I was on it. But the first time was me getting used to it 2 weeks out and just be like, hey, you want to pull Porky? And,
Okay. But it's all super matches.
Yeah, all super matches. I never pulled tournament on it.
Yeah. I don't
to the
have that
wolves.
great of a super match record either.
Yeah,
So
I've always been a tournament puller, but I mean the super matches is the way everything's going. So
yeah, I know it's tough too, and it's totally different than tournaments.
yeah, sometimes you get a nice break with tournaments, sometimes you don't. With super match you got a minute.
Yeah,
And that's
it's
it.
like if you're not like cherry picking your opponents, like if you're going after tough guys, you're gonna have a hard time, man. It's hard for me.
That's the way it is. I mean, we're right now. I feel like we're on the top of the food chain, and people just chomping at it. Let's go.
Yeah.
Regardless of the outcome of this specific match, I think both of you guys are going to have targets in your backs.
We already
Because
do.
I know you already do, but that target is going to be a little bit, maximized after this event.
Win, lose, or draw. I can't wait. I just want to leave it all out there. I've seen Josh pulling. I'm happy he reached out. Had Jeremy reach out and said, "Hey, I got a call out for you. You want to pull? You want to pull him?" I'm like, "Fuck yeah."
Yeah, that's exactly. I think that's exactly what you said.
Yeah.
No hesitation.
No, zero. I'm like,
other guys
how
turned it down. Yes, there were some.
There we go.
There were some people who turned it down too. but you didn't.
You know, you guys said Jeremy like
I
twice,
saved him.
and all.
Beetlejuice. I got his name and he appeared.
Yeah, there he is.
What's happening?
Welcome, Jeremy.
What's up, Phil? Sorry, I'm outside grilling and arm wrestling with the son, trying to teach him something.
There you
Oh
go.
my god! Yeah, I'm gonna try to put him in his first tournament ever. He's had about 25 minutes of table time in his life. So, but he's 6'4", 15, just a
Oh,
straw. Yeah, but he's strong though. So
good leverage right there. So
yeah,
I was just about to. So before we get, I wanted to hear what your predictions are on your own match, but I do want you to take a look, Paul. Can you see the match card? You see the names,
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm looking forward to Merlana.
Marlene? Yeah.
Yeah, because I met her when I first started the Big Apple Grapple,
Yep.
and she also used to train with Silly Harris, because she used to live in Queens. So
Okay.
I'm always excited to watch Paul pull, but I like watching the women kick the shit out of each other.
Hell yeah.
Also,
I mean,
all right. So you got Niles and Peter. That should be actually a great match. You got Hawks, love him. Levi, just met him. Levi, Tim Lewis. I think Levi's going to take that right through his arm, because I mean, unless Tim gets that stop, Levi just seemed like he was so strong.
Yep.
yeah, but Levi's not a left-handed puller. He is not a left-handed puller. So that I think will
That's
turn into a better.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, well,
That's
Tim
why
Lewis
Levi.
the following weekend too. Righty.
Yeah.
You got Bryson Grayson. I've seen both of them pull right hand. I don't know what Grayson feels like. I know what Bryce feels like, so I can't judge that. We got Jeff. I love that kid. I don't know who Dave. I'm so bad with names, but of course, I want to see Candy win, because we all love Candy. I'm just excited for the card itself. Like, it's just fun.
It's going to be exciting. Definitely going to be an exciting time. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing the matches. And like you said, Marlene, beyond your match, Marlene versus Gina, I'm really excited. I know Marlene is an absolute threat at the table, and she's been fired up this whole year from going to Oregon to Mexico, now in North Carolina. You know, she's ready to dominate, and I wish her the best. Not just because she's my teammate, but she's also a fellow New Yorker.
Well, it's
But
going to be a good. It's going to be a good showing, I think, for everybody. I don't think none of that looks like it's going to be a blowout. So I think every match is going to be good, which is what you want.
yeah,
You don't want to just go everybody be like 3-0, 3-0, 3-0. That's boring.
Yeah. So that's the way I want it. And I'm not afraid to say on the microphone there to whom, like, I couldn't even, not even being the promoter, I couldn't tell you exactly who would win any match in any of these, like, and that's the way we set it up strategically, because this is send it's coming out kind of just to show the world we're here, and we will be somewhere on the main stage. And I wanted everyone to have an equal to someone you couldn't beat match. And I think that I don't know what I missed. Like I said, I was busy grilling and the new grill and getting used to it and all that. But this match right here between you two guys, I think is going to be an absolute freaking balls to the wall drag out war.
I'm looking forward.
yep.
That's what I want.
I mean, I have it in my top three. If it's not one, I mean it's going to be. I've not got to see Josh pull live, but I just know a lot about him from his teammates and his coach and everything, and seen what I've seen. I've met Paul. I've seen Paul. I've shook hands with Paul, and that guy has a monster hand, and he is a bad dude. And we all know this. Josh knows that. So we got two literal monsters.
Two bad
coming.
dudes going at it. That's the way I like it.
So,
Yeah.
where do you guys think the match is going to go? Josh, where do you think the match is going to go based off the homework you've done and what your experience in the sport? Do you think is it going to be a battle up top? Is it going to be something on the inside? Where is it going to land?
Well, I told you earlier I'm not good at that kind of stuff. But I think just by seeing, I think we're pretty similar in style.
100%
Uh,
agree.
Me
I
too.
just watching him pull. I think we're pretty similar the way we pull. So I'm pretty sure it'll probably be an inside match. Um, and we'll just have to see how it goes when during the match. If
Yeah.
one of you know somebody's going to have to make an adjustment. If he's too strong for me, I'm gonna have to make an adjustment. If the other way around, that's the
Yeah.
way it's gonna have to go.
It's going to be round by
What?
round. It's going to be,
Yeah.
it's going to be, I go inside. He's too much for me. I'm not going to try and stay out of there. If I go inside, I'm too much for him. He's going to try and stay out of it. It's all trial and error and adjustments. I mean, I
Yeah.
think this is going to be a 3-2, whichever way it goes. I feel like we're going to be going the distance and leaving it all out on the table, and that's the plan. So, I wouldn't expect anything less out of him.
Yeah, I don't.
Exactly.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's a 3-2 either way.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'd be fine with that. I don't mind losing to somebody like that. High level competition. It doesn't. As long as I'm competitive with it,
100%.
and it's a good match. There's no shame in losing.
No, and
But
you don't.
I'd rather win.
Yeah, of course. I'm on the same page. I'd rather win, but you don't learn from winning. You got to take your licks in order to figure out where your weaknesses are and work on that and get yourself stronger. That way, when you get into that spot where you find out you're weaker, you could be better. My
Yeah.
goal every day I train is just to be a better version of myself, whether it's on a table as a person, at work, everywhere in the gym. I'm a genuine person. I wear my heart on my sleeve. And I always want the best for everybody. So it's, for me, I just try to be a better person than every day to be a better person than I was the day before. That's it. Whether it's in every act of life, whether it's in strength and arm wrestling, in life, in my marriage, everything. So
Good.
I really looked at that when I put this match together, and I knew that from both of you guys. And when I met Paul face to face, I already knew Josh was like that. You can tell how humble he is and just how much of a workhorse and a man Josh is. And Paul is exactly the same way. Very humble guy, very nice, just very down to earth, good guy. But you're both guys like don't cross me.
we're both, as
You
my
know,
wife would put it. My wife calls me a teddy bear, but I'm still a bear.
yeah,
A fucking bear.
Yeah.
exactly, exactly for the both of you. And I think that's that was my biggest part in strategy and even picking the team that I picked was a good human being, a good person, someone that's just not about just what can I get and what can I do and what can I bring to the table, what can I you know really put out there. And both of you guys, like and Josh is on the team, but like I've literally even I talked to Paul in New York about being on the team, shortly, and like the team's still a team, and we're still growing, so who knows? But I know one thing: after I seen Paul pull, and I seen the size of Paul, and I think Josh, how tall are you?
6'2".
I'm 6'1".
What are you, Paul?
6'1".
Same thing. Okay, yeah. So I knew you guys were just like toe to toe, right there at each other,
For all
and I
intents and
was like,
purposes,
man,
Josh is Paul's Southern clone, and Paul is
Kind of
the
looked,
Yankee version of Josh.
I,
Donna,
I got a little
I'm
exactly
gray.
right.
I got my shadow in there.
I don't,
Yeah.
I don't think you could have been wrong in picking this matchup. And what's so cool and weird about it at the same time is neither one of they may have heard the name before of each other, but they never really watched each other and knew each
No,
other
this is the first
and
time.
knew
Whether
how
it's
good
we're gonna be on
each
a
other
table
was.
together, but I've never seen him live and pull him, and I get to meet him.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
hopefully we're not too banged up and we could jump in the tournament. Even if it's just left-handed or whatever, but
Hmm.
get to see
Yeah,
each
that'd
other
be
in
fun.
I think
action.
you guys are gonna,
Yeah.
yeah, I think you guys are gonna put on a show that nobody's gonna forget, and it's gonna be entertaining. And I know you both bring the heat to the table, and you leave everything on the table, and that's what we want in a
Yes,
match. And I don't think we're gonna get anything less than it.
I agree.
Yeah. I'm
So
looking forward to
about
meeting.
the show itself, you guys who are at home watching, if you're at the tournament and you're feeling like live streaming from your phone, please don't. We're gonna be on the MAC channel, Major Arm Wrestling Championships YouTube channel. If you scan this code right here, it'll take you right to the channel. Go ahead and subscribe to it. It will be available for free at no charge. You're gonna have high quality production. Red Lightning is gonna be working with Mac. And I just discovered that that camera guy is going to be there as well. So you're going to have really premium quality coverage of this event. So do the event an absolute big favor and make sure you let the recording do what they can do best. All right. We want to see it in the highest quality format, and we will. Just don't mess up the Wi-Fi there.
Yeah, exactly. This is the first time that it's doing something like this, and we want to keep it strictly professional and strictly just like the other three letters we could all mention, but we're not going to. But this is what I want it to be like from this point forward, just to get better and better and better from this
And
event.
anybody's listening,
This
I
is not what
guarantee it. I'll share this on my links on my Instagram, my social media, my YouTube, my Facebook. I'll have that link up on there. That way, anybody wants to just click on it, it'll bring you right to the Mac page. Subscribe to that and watch it as well.
Yep.
exactly, and we appreciate that. We want everybody to share and do all they can, but I think this is all going to speak volumes for itself. Just having you guys and having the card that we have and everything that we set up this way has been planned and prepared and gone over and just right down to the details, to everything. You couldn't even, to the food. I mean, just everything. And we want it to be an experience for the family. We want to take it from, because around here and around most of the state tournaments that you go to, unless it's something really big that someone spent a lot of money on, you're going to get that venue and that place, and it's good quality, it's decent, but you've got 100 people out of 300 standing up and nowhere to go to sit to blah blah blah. This place, everyone will be able to sit down. Everyone will be able to see. There are hundreds of TVs throughout this whole venue. You can be on the second floor with your kids playing pinball and all the arcade while you're watching uh, the super matches, the fight, the event, the tournament going on live. You've got two more floors, a rooftop that has TVs outside everywhere. I mean, you couldn't get a whole day better experience of watching arm wrestling, taking a break, not missing anything, doing what you want to do, and getting right back to it. Um, you know, and the venue itself, where we will be, is so big, and it's big enough that everyone could be there and everyone will be happy
Hmm.
with their spots. You know, I honestly think that, and I know we have a lot of people that's coming from North Carolina, because I'll tell you, around here and in the state of North Carolina and the surrounding, there are monsters pullers. I'm talking from 134 pounds to super heavyweights. These guys are killers. They are. And we've got people coming in from across the border coming just for the tournament. So you're going to get, even, I hope to God that all of my pullers get to pull in the tournament, and everybody that has a super match gets to pull in the tournament, because you think that the super matches are going to be good? I think that the tournament's going to turn out even more explosive.
Well, there's going to be
Because
monsters showing up in the tournament, right? We got some monsters that have announced that they're going to be here. Some of them to keep it hush hush, from all
yeah,
across the country, all across North America, for that matter.
yes. So yeah, you guys just you really have no idea how much it means to me and everybody on the Syndic team and everybody in production and Matt that just appreciate you guys being who you are and willing to do this and come this far. Um, it's just going to be epic. I mean, it's I believe in my heart that this is going to be one of the best events of the year. Just like Montana Armbender, I think that's one of the best ran events. Uh, I could throw Val always has really good events. I mean, everybody across the board tries their best. We're just trying to go a step above and 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 represent and introduce Sended Arm Fights as a team, and that we're not just hiring anybody off the street to come and arm wrestle these
Yeah.
elite pullers. We have elites is just as good as they are, if not better. So that's what we want. We don't want people coming in and seeing three flash pins to zero every time on every match. We don't. That's not what we want. Everybody's going to have a winner. Everybody's going to have a loser, and you've got to take those losses, just like you said. That's what you learn from. But this event is going to showcase Send It, and it's going to showcase everyone out there against, not against, but pairing up with Send It and their matches.
Yeah.
And we're all friends with each other. We all love each other, kind of like. But when it's table time, it's war. All that goes out the window. Just like for Paul, for Josh, I know we could be best buddies, but when we step across that table, it's go time, baby. It's
I'm
yeah,
still laughing. That's my problem. I'm still laughing at the table. I'm trying to be serious. I'm still smiling. I'm still laughing. I can't help myself. My wife yelled at me. Everybody get him angry. She's like, I'm the only one who gets him angry.
That's so
don't ask
funny.
me to come back to that because I'll be willing to do that to anybody.
That's so
Much
funny.
stress about
I'm serious.
Listen, I will speak. I can speak to
I'm
this. I
table.
can, I can speak to this. This man does not have like an angry or mean bone in his body. He's got that resting bitch face down, good pack. But then you meet the man, you just want to hug him.
Yeah, it sounds just like what everybody says about me.
Next ball, Paul knows.
Yeah, I can tell. Me and Josh are a lot alike, and me and Paul are a lot alike. Paul's just New York. He just don't give a fuck. He'll say it anytime.
I don't have
You gotta push me. You gotta push me that far, and then I'm Paul. But I'm not like one that has one. Yeah, you gotta. I got this. Temperament. No, I'm down here.
Uh,
So, yeah. But Josh, he's one of those man. Like, get him to the table.
yeah,
Get him to the table, and then he's going to turn into Josh.
yeah.
I've seen that, and I've heard and known, and I am very, very 100% excited for this match itself. I've lost sleep over this one. I'm just wondering, like, I want to see because y'all can say it's going to go inside and this, but like you say, there's going to be a stopping point somewhere in this match.
Yep.
I don't see this match going straight. Oh, I caught you, and now you're done. Twat. No, it's not going to happen.
No.
This is
I
going to
feel like
be
even if we go inside or go flat or go top roll, whatever, we're going to be
don't matter.
stopping and pushing and pulling the whole time. It's going to.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think no matter where we go, I feel like we're going to be in a war with each other. I can't wait.
Yeah,
yeah, at
I
this
think this
point,
will be one of the
when
top wars. Go ahead,
yeah,
Josh.
yeah, when you're facing somebody at this level, it's rare that you can just blow right through them. So
Yeah,
like we wouldn't be paired up if we weren't close. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
I think that y'all two may be like two of the closest that I know. Like I said, I'm not strong enough to pull either one of you, even like in a practice. But I just think this is going to be an all-out war. You got country boy versus city boy, and you got the king of New York here, and then you got the badass of Georgia. So you ain't gonna go wrong. Like I would pay money to see this fight. This is
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
this is
No, this is a blockbuster in the making, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. Knowing
Oh
and
yeah.
having had trained with Paul Cruz myself, like two hands, I can barely hold a man. I don't think I can even hold a man with two of my hands and my whole body weight into it. And I can imagine the same would go for Josh. What was
Oh,
that?
yeah, yeah.
I two hands, I pull you up off the ground.
Yeah, exactly. I go airborne, and I feel like the same would happen with Josh. So I'm looking forward to seeing this from home. Unfortunately, I won't be able to make it, but I will be rooting and screaming at the screen at both of you guys because curse you, Jeremy, for throwing this match together. Because yeah, my homeboy, literally my homeboy, my local friend and training partner, going against my teammate, which is in Team Senate because I am part
I
Team Senate.
fought
Just
so much.
like, why do you do this to me,
I
Jeremy?
fought
You gotta
so
do me like that, bro.
I gave you a pass. You
I
you can
fought
root for
so
your
much
buddy. It's
hell.
okay.
Yeah, all hell for this one. So make it good,
That's the
guys.
plan.
Hey, yeah. I can't wait. I'm excited, Paul.
Me too. Me too.
Any?
So what did I miss?
Well, we just talked a little bit about their history in the sport. We talked a little bit about a couple of matches they're excited about. We didn't go into much detail about the tournament. We talked about that it's gonna be MAC rules. We talked did a little bit overview of what those rules look like. Right now, I have the latest and greatest. Tournament flyer up on the screen, which it will be a MAC tournament with MAC rules. We are hopefully going to be the match. Super match is going to be starting at 11 o'clock. I'm going to propose and throw a number out there saying that in 2 hours we'll see that super matches to be done. And once that's done, then the actual tournament will take off. Paul's seen how quickly MAC events go. He can attest to that. When I say 2 hours, it's going to be breakneck speed of high speed action. And then the tournament's going to be of equal
Yeah.
caliber to that.
Well, Jeremy saw how fast it went with the MAC rules.
I'm sorry?
Oh yeah,
Well, Jeremy
yeah,
was at
yeah.
the kickoff, so he saw how fast the MAC rules
Yeah,
went.
Jeremy's seen that. And that's part of the reason why he chose this format and chose this because
Oh
it's
yeah.
exciting.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's what Team Senda is literally built for, and that's what we're going towards, and that's what we will be using. Um, and just to put this out there while I was here, like we did plan on and had all intentions of running this event just like we did the tournament at Dan's as a round robin in every weight
Yeah,
class. But due to the
sheer
overwhelming
volume of people
number
coming.
of puller, puller, pullers and people and everything that we have coming, we were just we don't we this is going to be such high quality production and put together right that we didn't want any hiccups and we did not want to run out of time. Uh, we didn't want to be in a 2 day tournament because we have a lot of classes. We have 7 different men's classes, 2 women's. We have a youth and amateurs and all the weight classes as well. And we have a master's class. So saying that and every response that we've got, there will be, and that response doesn't mean anything until the day of because you're going to see probably double that show up. So just to stay safe, we went with double elimination. We will have at weigh-ins a paper as kind of as a you know just like a poll. So like, would you like to see this go in round robin style or double elimination style? And people are just going to mark down, and if we get down to it and have all most of the numbers in by Friday night to Saturday, and we can see that we could do it, it may run that way. But I think we have a better idea in mind. We're going to continue on with the double elimination because we've had some complaints and people just don't know about it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to bring the format here to North Carolina, to the southern states with Mac and showcase it like our team will be running in our division that we will literally be pulling in as a team with a point system and a 3-5 system uh, with Mac tables, Mac rules, everything. And it goes so fast because there is no arguing with a referee. If anybody has an argument, and Paul knows this, you come to me. You come to the manager or someone above. You do not argue with the referee. If the call was that bad and you feel in your heart that it was a bad call, come to us, and there will be a replay camera up. Um, but as your job as a fighter, do not argue with the referee at all. It will count in a disqualification if you do get to you let it go, and they will make it right. Will they not? I mean, all those guys are super professional and super good referees, and you're just going to learn on the MAC table. It's different. So,
It's similar, but
uh, yeah. So, like, if you do decide to go in a hook, like Paul knows, hooks are probably to be on a on a MAC table. Feel like pulling in it, you have to go down. You have to use a top end to pin one. If you can pull someone in a hook down quick, you can pin them. It's not like that up square everything. If your wrist breaks that plane of, of that pad that you're going to touch, they're going to call that match, and that's the way it is. And it's built the exact same way. It feels different, but the measurements come out the same. And the only thing different I felt on the Mac table, I love the Mac table. It's like jumping from driving an '89 Ford F-150 to a '26 Cadillac. When you're on it, it's like wow, it's amazing.
Yeah,
But
it's definitely a smoother
the
bowling.
the legs on the table, I'll go ahead and give you a, Josh hasn't pulled on one. The legs on the table are inverted closer. So it's going to feel weird if you try to put your foot up against the peg
I
because
can't do it.
they come down in like an L shape. They got that little bit of a bend to each one. So it is tighter and it's a little weird. So we're going to have one set up for everyone to kind of get the feel of it and to pull on a
Yep.
little bit before the match. Uh, but that's what we wanted to showcase and do everything. And I think everyone's going to love the round robin style when we're able to do it right. This kind of blew up so big that I don't think we'll have enough time because it was going to be like, oh man, over 1,000 matches if we did round robin in a tournament. So saying that, we're going to do the double elimination just like standard, which still it doesn't matter if you do the round robin style with the point system. The winner usually, unless it's like Cody Wood flash pins everybody, and then the other guy wins all of his matches too, but then Cody's got more points because he had flash pins, right? Still the best of the best two at the end. It always turns out that way. Is it not, Paul? Do you not agree?
I've never pulled in a tournament with it ever.
You were there, but you
I was
didn't pull
there,
in the
but
tournament.
it was a lot of matches.
Yeah, it was a lot of matches,
yeah.
but it didn't move quick. But
A lot.
I get it.
Yeah, but like Daniel said, and Paul will attest that Mac, we go quick. It's not that we're rushing you. It's just there's you have so much more freedom to arm wrestle. It's not this
Hmm.
elbow hop, off foul, stop the match, and oh no, you know, there's not match stoppages over little bitty just calls that no, you have room, you have time, you have everything you need to arm wrestle. Now, yeah, if you lift your elbow up to intentionally foul, you're going to foul. If you go over the line, you're going to foul. If you start early and hit, because that is one thing you got to understand is that the go on a MAC table and rules is not the same as it is on a standard table.
Yeah.
It is
Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go.
As
It's
soon
not
as
no
your
ready
hands
go.
touch, you go.
No, is it don't move, go?
No, it's no. Don't move. No nothing. It says they say close your thumbs. Close your hands. Do not move. Go. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's no
That,
ready.
Okay.
There's no.
Yeah, there's do
Yeah.
not move. That's
yeah.
again.
Okay.
Do not move.
So you don't go
Don't
as soon as
load.
your hands close.
No, because that's why.
No.
It
Then
actually
don't load. No loading. Yeah.
no loading, almost like you could just clamp. That's it. And then if you
Yeah.
either way, he's holding the hands, and if you're loading, he'll stop you. And what was
Okay.
happening was
Okay.
with the old rules, it was close your thumb, close your hand. People were running right into it and getting away with it.
Yep.
Mhm.
Changed it to close because it was supposed to be close your thumb, close your hand, make sure you have no thumb knuckle, then go. And the refs weren't doing that. They were letting them. My match, I started like this all 3 times.
Oh.
Like,
Oh,
how
yeah.
am I going to win from every time starting palm facing up before go?
Yeah.
I was here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that
I can see that
Ian
being
looked
tough.
over it. Don't move, and then it's go. So it's like it has that hesitation to make sure you're fair and you're not loading, you're not slamming
Yep.
in or slamming out. It gives you that fair start, which is
That was nonsense at the start, right?
Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, they're holding onto your hands, but they're telling you, this is the biggest thing. Listen to what they say first, even before they say close your thumbs. They'll tell you do not load. They'll say close your. They'll say close your thumbs. That will immediately say close your hand. That's it.
Yep.
And they'll let go right before they say as. They'll have their hand on your hand. And I can't get my hand right here in my damn camera. Yeah, you close your thumbs, hold up, close your hand, go. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Don't
it's
sound too
good.
bad.
So
It's a good.
I'm sure we're going to have are we having a meeting before the Supermatch
yeah,
to go over the
I was
rules?
just gonna say that there'll be a meeting, and any questions,
Oh
concerns,
yeah,
they'll be able to brought up
that's
there.
why.
Sorry, you kind of
Yeah,
cut
you
out right
do
there,
need
Jeremy.
fighters need their body. All right. So all super match fighters, you guys really need 30 in the morning. That way, we're going to have a little rehearsal because this is kind of choreographed. This is not just your average Joe tournament. Walkout songs, you will know where to come from, and you will be going over from. I'm sorry. So we had a start time of 11 o'clock. That's not going. That 11 o'clock is to ensure that you are there. You get to hear the rule set, how everything is ran. If you don't and you miss it, you're really going to be messed up because it is a different rule set. And Paul can tell you that you really need to know the rules and hear Ian explain it all the way that it goes. And like I said, all you super match contenders will have a certain place you're coming from, a walkout song, everything will be choreographed. So we need to go over that in the morning, kind of before everybody gets there. And it's going to give time. We'll have a set. We're trying to have a table set up Friday evening for early weigh-ins that you guys can walk in, get up on the table, just get a feel for the table, and Saturday
I
morning.
bet.
Paul's hungry.
So I talked to the owners yesterday, and they asked if there should be food, and I said yes, because these guys that are coming in weighing in Friday, as soon as they weigh in and get off that scale, they're either going to cross the street or somewhere else that they're going to eat. So if you guys want, say, okay, yeah, we're making food, so you will have food hot and ready as soon as you step off the scale on Friday as well. So
Tell me twice.
we were.
I'm on weight right now. I'm like, I'm sipping water. I don't want to put on an extra pound or so.
Oh man.
As
I'll
soon
bring
as
you a
you get on the
Snickers bar.
yeah.
He needs a sandwich.
Somebody
Dang.
please bring Paul Snickers bar. Don't let him come in there mad.
I don't get that.
Poor man's hungry.
Honestly, out of all the experiences I had, like bad refereeing is probably the only thing that really pisses me off.
Yeah.
Like when
Yeah,
when you
Really?
get a bad call, or if you get they don't call a pin, which happened to me. Like
Oh yeah,
bad,
I've had that happen.
it cost me a lot. It cost me a lot of money.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
yeah.
Yeah.
it,
There will
and,
be a
and
replay camera
talked about
set
because
up.
we're unable to record.
Yeah.
So
Well,
no
there's
one
a replay camera.
was there.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
So we do have a replay camera set up. Okay.
I'm happy with that.
So if you think it's that bad of a call, point to me. I will
Well, it
throw a
wasn't
rip.
even me. I knew it was a bad call. Every single other person in the venue knew it was a bad call.
Well, that's something I don't think we're going to have to worry about because, like I said, this has already been contested and everything, and it's been talked about, and this is going to be fair, just like any Mac would. And we will have a replay camera set up, and if there is a judgmental call, we will advise it, and we will look at it, and but just don't start a quarrel with any referee.
Yep.
Look to me, look to another official, and call it out, and we'll go from there. So
Absolutely.
there will not be any mismatched or bad calls like that. So, like I said, just
It's
yeah,
just looking. I just want to looking forward to it, having a great experience, and having a great match.
I
Oh
think
yeah.
it's all gonna.
Me too.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
think you guys are gonna be some of the monsters of the show, guys. Y'all are gonna bring the heat. I know Paul. I know Josh will. I love Josh's energy. I love Paul's energy. We've got a lot of crazy, crazy dudes pulling up here. I mean, you're gonna see some really good, intense, high intensity, just high level matches. Just like your guys. Just expect every match
I
to
think every
kind of
match
be
will be
like,
a banger, so
yeah,
it's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Well, that Cody Wood and Bob Brown match should be fun. The amount of stuff that they were doing, teasing each other back and
I
forth.
was,
Like I'm not even like I'm on the train going to work and I'm flipping in my phone. I see Bob with a mop on his head. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like it's just, I just the camaraderie between the two of them had me cracking up.
it is hysterical. I think they wrote the playbook on how to, promote your self-promote a match. So if anybody needs a lesson, go ahead and watch that. Check them out. It's been absolutely hysterical. I look forward to that match. To be honest with you, that's the second match that I'm looking forward to seeing. Or third rather, that I'm really looking forward to seeing. I can't wait for this event. And everybody at home, remember, tune into the MAC channel, Major Arm Wrestling Championships on YouTube. Subscribe with notifications on so that we get notified, when it goes live. I do believe there is a placeholder stream spot right there. So go to that channel, subscribe to them. You'll get to see this event live. You get to see these two giants battle it out. We're gonna find out who the nicest guy will win. Because they both are extremely nice. They're big teddy bears. We got, probably one of the nicest duo you ever see at a table. It's kind of like can one of you guys get mean, please?
We'll
oh,
One of
see.
you?
that's the thing is these two. I know. I just know enough about these two. Is they're exactly what you said. 100% great people, teddy bears. But when they get up to the table, it is lights off. It's down. It's business time. And Josh
Mm-hmm.
is
Yeah.
the same way. And Paul, I know, is the same way.
Yep.
Paul does not want to lose, and neither does Josh Ellington. It's just what you're going to see. You're going to see nothing left on the table from this match, in my opinion.
I can't wait.
And
I'm
me
Well,
either.
ready to go now.
let's go. Let's
When,
go.
when do
There
you
we
flying
go.
in?
Tomorrow
When,
I leave here at like 2. I think my flight's like 2:15, 2:30, something like that. I should be. It's like a not even a 2-hour flight.
okay. All right.
I thought you were
Yeah.
in at like 4:15.
Yeah, it's
Paul.
like maybe it's 2:45, and I get there at 4:15 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, okay, good.
Whatever.
Yeah, I did
Yeah.
all the
Well, I'll see
flights
you
and
tomorrow
pickups.
then.
So you
Do what?
driving in?
Yeah, I'm driving.
Yeah,
How
Yeah,
far are you?
Josh is.
It'll take me 5 hours.
Oh, that's not terrible. Yeah, it was. I think it was over 11 hours for me to drive. I'm like, no, I'm fine.
Oof.
That's way too far.
No.
Paul's
Yeah,
got that
man.
good small airport that we use. In and out, baby, in and out.
Yeah, yeah, that's what you
Yeah.
said. You're like, you're gonna go to the airport I flew into and flew out of. So I got Concord, MacArthur
Very
to
good.
Concord, 25 minutes from me.
Oh, that's nice.
There you
Exactly.
go.
Yeah, man.
All right, gentlemen. I
Well, I look forward
am
to seeing you
excited for
tomorrow.
this.
What was that?
I said I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.
Absolutely, can't wait.
Yep.
After I
You
weigh
guys.
in.
Have this
So,
man a buffet waiting for him when he gets off the scale. As soon as he hops off the scale, just throw food in his mouth.
It's funny because
Yeah.
I just weighed myself. I was 241.9. I was like, all right, I have a pound to play with. So what can I eat? But
Dude.
I'll wake up in the morning. I might be 3 pounds lighter.
yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Or I could be heavier. Plus, but the only other thing is flying. Even though it's a 2 hour, not even a 2 hour flight, the altitude sometimes makes your body bloat, and for some reason you end up being heavier. So that's where I get messed up.
Stress, ain't it? I hate that.
And
That's why.
that same,
What do I do when I'm stressed? I eat.
bro. If that's what
Well,
I
just-
did, I'd be
just,
300 pounds.
Just know that once you make weight, you'll be a good bit heavier than me. So
Yeah.
that'll be
Well, you know what?
it'll be worth it.
Your wife said you were 229 the other day, yesterday, or the day before, whatever it was, and then I was like, I got down to 230 once, and I weighed in as a 13. No, I was a freshman in high school. I was 260 as a freshman in high school. What is that?
What is that noise?
What is that? That here like a vibration. It's Jeremy.
What is that?
Is he playing robots? I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what the hell he's doing. So Jeremy, you got your vibrator going
No,
off.
Logan did agree with that.
Jeremy, we say that for the other show, man. The other show.
Yeah, so I made 230. I pulled Bogdan 2 years ago. And when I say I've never pulled somebody so fast in my freaking life,
Yeah,
that guy's a specimen.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
beast.
That's the last time you weighed 230, 2 years ago.
I literally weighed there, left that room, and went and drank pickle juice like out of the jug.
I drink it every night, bro. Every night.
No, I did a water load. I had it cut, and I was heavy before I did it. I was like, I'm not going. I'll go to 230 for something fantastic, but that was that was hard for me.
Okay. Well, I hope you make it. And don't starve too much.
No, I'm good regardless.
Yeah, you're close enough.
Thank you guys again for coming on screen. It was very nice meeting you, Josh. I wish you the best of luck against my fellow Long Islander, Paul Cruz. Paul's safe travels tomorrow. Jeremy, best of luck for the event. Wish I could be there with you guys. I will be there in spirit. And everyone, again, tune in to the Mac channel. You will be more than happy with the sport of arm wrestling when you see what's going on there.
All right.
Oh yeah.